O Show. This is the Big 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 O Show.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Drive a new 2025 RDX $419 a month during our 17th anniversary sale.
I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
Just one place sold the most Acura models in the last 17 years. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Take $10,000 off a 2025 Acura MDX during our 17th anniversary sale.
Friends, Romans, and countrymen, epic deals await you at Toyota of Hollywood. You don't have to battle to get discounts of up to $4,500. Your chariot awaits. A Toyota Corolla, not $24,000, $19,988. Step into our arena where everyone is victorious at the #1 volume Toyota dealer, Toyota of Hollywood. 144.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Walt and Rayom can help.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
That is beautiful. They got it done. 27-24. I won me some bets. I love it. 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 Took the Canes +2, +2.5, +3.5 right before kickoff. Took the money line and we won, bitch. I had a 26-21 prediction. 27-24, we were in the ballpark, in the neighborhood, and we're feeling good. Oh, that was fun. It wasn't perfect. You know, it's one of those where we were hanging on at the edge of our seat, wondering, oh my God, are we going through, some of the crap that we've gone through? But tonight was growth, man. Tonight was growth. The defense played well. They made mistakes, of course. Let's not forget, you're actually playing like a really good team. You know, they were kind of in an important matchup at the end of the year last year. They were like in the mix for the national championship. You know, Canes weren't even in the mix. Okay? So Notre Dame is a hell of a team, a hell of a defense. Because I know that people were flipping out and some of you were flipping out on the field goal. I had no problem with it. Look, dude, I'm the first one to tell you that Mario Cristobal has a conservative nature to him. That's the only thing I don't like about him, okay? I get it. But right now, at that moment, okay, you had to take that field goal. Oh, no, go for it. Well, did you score after that in the next drive? No, you didn't. So who's to say you would have converted? You would have given up that field goal. You're losing the game. So let's just pump the brakes. Okay. This isn't an established team. They don't know how to win. The Canes don't know how to win. They don't know how to win big games. They haven't been in those moments. This is like new to them. What happened tonight, it was so freaking cool. And they had the adversity, and they came back. A better team than them, higher ranked than them, came back to tie them. Remember, the Canes have controlled the game throughout pretty much. They've led. So you've got to be happy with that. Overall, they got it done. They made the plays. They got turnovers in key moments that converted into points. Young players stepped up. Malachi Tony, CJ Daniels. I mean, Jesus Christ, he's got the catch of the year right now. My God. That was just absolutely amazing. And by the way, we did get it at Caneswear. I don't know if they still have it, but remember, everything at Caneswear, remember, you can use our code BIG010. You will get 10% off online So you can order it, get it at home. And by the way, over $99, you'll get free shipping, or you can go in person. But hey, that's what it's all about, baby. F luck. Beat Notre Dame. So that's it. If we ever play these sorry ass fools again, I got the show. I won in this one, right? So, it's all good in the hood. I mean, this was good. This was good. This was good. I'm glad. This is a big moment. They've only got a couple of big tests. If they lose this game, okay, you and I are going, shit, man. All right, they lost this game. I don't know. How many more they're going to lose? They're going to lose another 2 or 3. You win this game now, you start to feel like, okay, you're not going to play a lot of teams that are better than Notre Dame for the remainder of the year. So that's the good thing, that you went against one of the better defenses you are going to face all year. You're going to go up against one of the better running games. They got their share, but they didn't necessarily run all over you, which is something that we all were worried about. You and I were worried about that because we had no idea what we were going to get on defense. And hey, man, let's give the boys some credit. Bain and the boys delivered pain. Bain and the boys delivered the pain, and it was beautiful tonight. It was just one of those things that you've got to appreciate. By the way, speaking of appreciating, you can appreciate us by supporting us. Hit the hell out of the like button. We only got 76 likes, and there's 379 people watching. Of course, you can also make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. We encourage that. We have Super Chat, but YouTube takes 30% of it. Whereas in Cash App or Venmo, you can use the QR codes. We get 100%. You can send in your questions, comments, insults, maybe even a compliment. What the hell? You can do that. But Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And we appreciate you immensely. Thank you out there. I will go now to the chat board. Give me a second here. What do we got here? All right, Cash App. Here we go. Omar Medrano. He says, let's go, Canes gang. Thank you, sir, for the love on Cash App. I appreciate you. Sweet baby Ray. He says the D-line looks stout. Yes, that's why. This is why I love what we saw today. Is it perfect? No, but is it way better than what we saw last year? Yeah. Sure, they made mistakes, but they weren't all mistakes. It wasn't a terrible defense. It wasn't that the quarterback had to bail you out of everything like last year. Like Cam had to bail you out because you were so pathetic on defense. That wasn't the case for the Canes last year. They were pretty sad. Not as sad as Inter Miami. That's a whole other case. That's actually pathetic and sad. Okay. Whoever thought that a team with Messi would be pathetic, but they are. Anyway, Jay Bird, number 1 on the chat board, smashing that like button. Let's go. It's up to 132. Let's go. We got 392 watching. Game was worth the hype. Yes, it was, because we won. That's why. What else do we have? Kosa loving the Inter Miami loss. Fernand, Kosa. Let's see what else. Silverdome, Carson Beck, baby. He had some good passes. There were a couple times he was off. Remember, this is a new offense. You got a bunch of new receivers, a new tight end that had to step up. The thing that was reassuring was the running game. And I got to tell you something. Here's where I was dead ass wrong, dude. I thought Fletcher would dominate, and dude, they use Brown a lot. Props to Brown as a receiver and as a running back. That kid played well, man. The whole running game. It didn't matter if it was Lyle, Fletcher, that was really cool. That's something you can count on. The receivers, it was beautiful to see Daniels and Malachi Tony, but we didn't know what we were going to get yet from those kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's really, really nice to see them come together like that. And again, this is all new to these guys. They haven't been at this spot. They haven't been able to win these kind of games. Fans haven't been able to enjoy something like this at home. This is beautiful, man. This is fun. This is fun. I like this. I like it. So just give Carson some time. Let him get to know the offense. Let him get to know his players. And then he should be better with that running game and the offensive line. And you're not going to face a lot of defenses better than Notre Dame. Okay, Florida's defense is pretty good, but you're not going to really face a lot of defenses better than Notre Dame. So this is really, really, really good. Josh, we are so back. Not yet, but it's a nice step forward. You know what I'm saying? Can't get too ahead of ourselves here. Random Ray, amazing performance to close out Notre Dame. Pathetic and embarrassing performance by Inter. Inter's an absolute embarrassment. They're pathetic. And I said it last year when they got eliminated by Atlanta in the first round. Look, I don't care about this tournament, but you lost in embarrassing fashion, and then you went out with all those, just disgusting. Kyle Cockrell, loving life in there. Question House is in. Dizzy, Joseph, what else? Jennerville, Steven Gonzalez, Yader Castro, Josh Klein. What is it? Come on, y'all. We got lucky and bitching and moaning brigade. Embarrassing. There's no what Notre Dame got unlucky. I don't know. I thought it was Miami forcing a fumble, Miami forcing an interception. I mean, I wouldn't call anything luck. Remember, Miami gave them 3 points by screwing up a field goal. I mean, there's no – dude, it wasn't like Notre Dame came in here and dominated and then Miami won by fluke. Like Inter against Orlando, that was a complete fluke. That was a fluke. Like Inter had no business even being in the finals. Orlando should have beat them, but they were real cowards, actually. I think what Mario did today in settling for that field goal was a smart thing with a young team that isn't established, that really doesn't know each other. He had to do what was best at that moment, and your defense had good moments throughout this game. So you got to count on them. And that's it. You take your chances, and it worked out in the end. You got it done. Let's see what else. Random Ray, Jonathan Jensen. We'll get him more into Inter tomorrow. I'm going to do mostly all Canes today. Inter doesn't deserve any attention right now, what's it called? Kyle Cockrell, St. Michael. We won this game despite our head coach. He went into a shell too early. No, I disagree with you on that one. Miles Deep, catch you in the morning. Thank you, sir. Jam Fins, Jeff in Long Island, Timothy Swindle. That was some of the worst officiating I've seen. It goes both ways. By the way, let me explain something to you. When they called the hold on the Canes, and at the same time, Malachi Tony was probably also interfered, okay? Because I saw the reaction all over the place, right? Some of you were complaining about that. And listen, you had a right to complain. But let me ask you something. Just so let's put away our there. Do we have the where's the hurricane pom pom? Oh, well, I thought I had it around here somewhere. But let's put away our hurricane pom poms. Okay. When you have a penalty at the offensive line and then one in the back, which one happens first? So relax. Don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. They overcame. They won. There's a lot of whining or whatever. The first flag that's thrown is the one on the offensive line anyway. So whatever, dude. It was already the penalty from there. Could you have called the one on Tony? Of course, but it is what it is. I don't think the referees in this game were trying to make the Canes lose. If they made a bad call, they made a bad call. But it wasn't like there was some kind of ulterior motive, behind this whole thing. So I'm not going with any of that. It is what it is. You had to try to win this game, and that is what it is. And like Dizzy saying, the playing not to lose. See, here's the part, Dizzy, that some of you need to understand that you're not comprehending. You're acting like the Canes are established, and they're a team that can score at will. and that's an offense that can push Notre Dame around, and for sure they're going to score, and for sure they're going to convert. And what happens if they go for it and they fail and they don't pick up the 3 points? Then what you're doing. This is why most of you, in this case here, Dizzy and the rest of you, in my eyes, you're full of shit. You're full of shit. If this was an established offense, this is like the second half of the season, late in the season, Carson's been playing, he's in a groove with everybody. Okay, fine. This is the first game. Bunch of receivers, quarterback, tight end, first game together. First game with a brand new defensive coordinator, and you're in the game against a superior opponent at this point in time. And you want them to go out and take chances like they're, Ken Dorsey in his second year. Oh, no, it's Steve Walsh in his second year, and he's just, it's a well-oiled machine or something like that. Do you know how ridiculous you sound? You make it sound like this is like an offense that can just have its way. No, you got to play aggressive because, no, you'll convert for sure. Do you have any idea how full of shit you are? Any idea? In this case, in this moment, tonight, Mario Cristobal made the right decision. With a young team that isn't established, doesn't know what the hell they're doing, they don't know how to win, they haven't won games like this, they're not a program like this. They're a scrub, middle-of-the-road program. That's what they've been for 20 years. They're not used to being on national television and winning these kind of games. So the fact that you're in the damn game, the fact that you've controlled most of the game, you guys just let that all slide. You let it all slide that the defense actually made plays, which made no plays last year. Just let it all slide and just overlook it and then act like your Canes are something. The Canes are nothing right now. This was a nice first step for a program that doesn't know how to do jack shit. Wake up. Okay? This isn't Ken Dorsey, dude. This isn't Craig Erickson. This isn't anything from the past. This doesn't resemble a damn thing from the past. You had to play conservative. You had to be smart because you're not that good yet. Maybe you'll be better at the second half of the season. But what your aggressive play may have lost the game for them because they probably don't convert if they go for it. And then you're bitching to Mario for not going for the field. The same people. In this case, and I'm not a fan of Mario's conservative nature, anybody that follows me knows that. Tonight, he made the right decision. His team has not arrived. If you're telling me this is Jerome Brown and the boys, I'm taking all the chances. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, this is Cortez Kennedy and all these guys, and let's go. We can take the chance. These guys will shut their ass down and embarrass them. Yeah, let's go. If we turn it over, who cares? That's different. That's not what we have here yet. So let's pump the brakes. Because any of you that think that he was wrong in being conservative today, he was not. He won. By the way, that's another thing. He won the game. That's where you're also fucking wrong. Which it takes your ignorance to another level. Don't complain because he won. He didn't lose. He won the game. So wait to play Monday morning quarterback another day. You can't do it today. All right? Mario did the right move today. You're wrong. He's right. Oh, and he won. Your attempted move risks losing. His move didn't lose. What's the end result? The win? He coached it right. He ended up winning with a team that is still green and orange. All right. What else? Josh Klein. Hank Johnson, loving his Caspa. Is Casper ripping or something? Is that why you sent it in? C-Jab. What else? David McDorley. St. Michael. The O-line was as good as advertised. Back is legit. The running backs and wide receiver played well. Unfortunately, Mario will cost us at least one game. At this moment, I have no problem. If you can't see it, you guys are wrong. That's all. Today, he made the right move. It's like super ignorant to go the other way on your part, by the way. All of you throwing that conservative bullshit, all of you are wrong. Okay? You don't have Cam Ward there right now and a money passing game and all that kind. That's not there yet. This is a brand new team. We have no idea. It was pot luck what we got today. And we're lucky we won. Take it, enjoy it. Excellent game for the young kids. Stuff that they can grow with and learn and all of that. But to think that to treat this team like this is like, you know, the 80s and the 90s Canes, it's ridiculous, dude. We won, dude. Give the man a break. They won. Made the right decision. You get an interception at the 30-yard line and you follow it up with 3 straight 1 yard. Yeah, I get that. I understand. He's trying to use the clock and settle for the field goal, and you don't want to take the chance of putting it in the air. Again, this is not an established team. If it was established, I'd be all over Mario too, that, oh man, he almost cost the game. But with this team in this situation, I don't have a problem with it. I don't at all. That's complaining just to complain. When you have a double-digit lead, it should not have to come down to a field goal. Why? Where's that rule? I'm sorry, good fella. Where's that rule? I really love this. I wish we were at a bar because, bro, I'd love to fucking corner you and tell you, where's that stupid rule? Because teams come back all the time. So when you have a 2-score lead, you have to win. That's the law. I didn't know that. I had no idea. So what happened when Notre Dame was up like, what was it, 44-3 or something? I'm sorry, because they were up by like 8 touchdowns. I don't know. You tell me. Like, I've seen the Canes down by a bunch of touchdowns in Michigan, and they came back to win. I don't understand that. Because you have a lead, this is another guy that thinks that the Canes have arrived. You know, I don't know if you speak Spanish, pero tienes un clase de mojón en la cabeza del carajo. Okay? You're so full of shit, your eyes are brown. Cristobal knew they didn't have a reliable QB. This is why he didn't go. Well, it's not a reliable passing game. You're throwing to young guys, a new tight end. You're playing against a hell of a defense. Some of these guys are going to be playing on Sundays. You don't screw around against the Notre Dame defense and just, oh, yeah, no, we can just have our way with them. Like, wow, dude. Like, the level of ridiculousness from some of you, it's amazing. Really, this is a win, and your sorry asses are complaining about something that you're wrong about. Like, seriously, it's amazing, dude. Zach says college football is wide open this year. Why not Miami? I'm just saying, I don't know, but apparently this other guy, if you have a two-score lead, no, that's it. It can't go. It can't be close ever. I mean, UM has never come back from 1, 2, 5, 8 scores. I don't know. Anyway, what else do we have? Frankie, you need to shut the hell up. Miami won. Notre Dame lost. You were talking shit. So you need to pack your ass and go away. Okay? So you need to shut the hell up. Period. End of story. All right? Notre Dame was able to come back because of our offense playing conservative, went 3 and out. Yeah, of course. Do you think that Notre Dame defense is easy to play against or something? Like, there's seriously, bro. There is no sport outside of soccer that produces more stupid fans than football. There's a Neanderthal level to football fans, and plenty of you just possess that stupid gene, bro. Really, seriously, it's freaking amazing. Weapon X United, welcome back, baby. Thank you, sir, as always, for the super chat. Wow, it's amazing. The level of stupidity. It is baffling. Steve M. He says, you were right about Beck. I think he settled in nicely. If Cristobal hadn't called a conservative second half, I don't think it would have been close. Thanks for the late post, as always. What were his numbers? Did he, sizzle or something? Let me see. Beck was 20 of 30. He averaged 6.8 yards per play. He threw for 205 yards. Carr was 19 of 31, right around the same, 221 instead of 220, 7.4, 2 touchdowns and an interception. I don't understand this. You guys make it sound like UM can turn it on the defense of Notre Dame like nothing. Wow, this is a win, and all I hear are whining bitches. Wow. All right, Carson Beck, 20 of 30, 205, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Mark Fletcher, by the way, was fantastic. 15 rushes, 66 yards, 4.4 yards per carry. Brown, awesome. 15 for 54, 3.6 and a touchdown. And he also had 2 receptions for 17, 8.5 yards per catch. Fletcher also had 1 reception for 8 yards. Jordan Lyle started early, but I guess because he was only averaging 2.2 yards per carry, they kind of let up from him, and they went with 30 carries with Fletcher and Brown, and then Lyle only got 5, so that kind of what ended up happening. It looked like Lyle, he had 1 rush for 5 yards, and then the rest, the other 4, he had 6 yards. So I think they pulled him for that. And then who else? Nobody else rushing. Malachi Toney was your leading receiver, 6 for 82 and a touchdown. CJ Daniels with the catch of the year so far, 5 for 46 with a touchdown. Marion, by the way, also came in with a couple of clutch catches, 3 for 29. Elijah Lofton, it was nice to see him get a catch late in the game. See, this is a tight end that we're hoping to see big things from him, but he wasn't a big part of today's offense. And you kind of need that tight end to become a bigger part of the offense. Hell, their tight end, what was that? The Radian kid? I mean, he was like all over the place, dude. Right? Isn't that the tight end, the Radian kid? He had like 97 yards. Rardian or whatever, 5 for 97. One of those where he was just wide open was just absolutely insane, dude. That one was just absolutely insane. And then the defense, Bain, Mesidor, just all these guys played really, really, really well in the process, man. Secondary made some plays. They forced a fumble on Fields, right? I think it was. I want to say it was a Fields because, yes, Malachi Fields. 2 Malachis, by the way, in the game. We had a Malachi Fields and a Malachi Toney. I don't know if I've ever watched a game where there's 2 Malachis in there. That's that might be a first for me, and I've watched quite a bit of sports in my entire life, but it just overall, man, I really love what I saw because this was the most balanced team that we watched in a while. Because last year there was no balance, there was no defense at all. It was all offense, and you would just hope that the defense would get a stop maybe once in the game. And these guys actually did way more, Did they make mistakes? And notice where the mistakes were a couple times. And it was, they had the 3-man rushes, and they got caught up in that. And then they gave Carr all that time. And then that secondary got a little lazy, and it happened twice. The one big play with the tight end on the left side, and then the touchdown, right? And that's because it was so, I mean, dude, you can't give a quarterback 7-8 seconds to throw the ball. That's Ryan Tannehill stuff right there. Ryan used to, with 7 seconds, Ryan Tannehill could actually complete a couple passes for you. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, the car kid was going to take advantage if you do not get to him. So, and if you send 3 guys, see, as much as you guys talk about Cristobal's conservative approach on one end, I actually would say that the defensive coordinator a couple times, I don't like a 3-man rush. I would rather you send the regular 4 or even a 5th if you want. Your secondary's not so great. Well, then get after. Don't give this kid any time. And the 2 huge plays in that game, those were the moments where he just was able to scramble around, and he had half an hour to throw the damn ball, And that's where those were a couple of the calls right there that I would have. I'm not a big fan of the 3-man rush unless it's the end of the game. You're up by 2 scores and they're backed up at their 20, and they got to throw a bomb or whatever. And send 3 and drop 8. Yeah, okay, I'm good. I'm good with the 3-man rush there. But at that moment, I didn't like it, especially with the way Bain and Mesidor and some of these guys were playing already. Let them get after it, man. Let them go. Let them get after this guy. So that's where I kind of disagree with what went on there. Don't forget, please, to smash the hell out of the like button. Very important. Very important. What else do we have? The book of Malachi. Malachi from the children of the corn. There we go. Hope coaxing doesn't blow this team. Notre Dame ran a bubble screen every damn drive, and we somehow never saw it coming. Dude, you guys want like perfection already? This is a game they don't win last year. This is a game they get pushed around and lose. You guys want to get from 0 to 100. This is typical microwave society. This was really good for them today. I don't understand really overall how people aren't really satisfied with everything going on. I just don't get this. I really don't understand it. Let's see. The kid Tony is going to be special. He looks good. Yeah. I'm only angry at one thing. The refs called the fumble on Cleveland Gary. I haven't gotten over that one myself, my brother, because Cleveland Gary, we all know, crossed the line of scrimmage before he puts it down, and then it squeezed out. That's after he put the ball down, which he already had possession. Yeah, I've never recovered from the Cleveland Gary fumble. I never will recover from the Cleveland Gary fumble. That one's, as they say, a major pisser. Brett the Dude Biller. Thank you for the love on Cash App, sir. Says Big O, go Canes. Hell yeah. Hells to the yeah, baby. Thank you, sir. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. And don't forget, Welt and Rayom is a proud sponsor of our program. We are in hurricane season. So storm season, anything that happens, a big old rain shower, a thunderstorm, winds from 40 miles an hour and up can already cause roof damage. So save the number. God forbid we get hit by any kind of storm or downpour and you suffer some kind of damage. Never call the insurance companies. You call Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayom first. They will send their adjusters 954-966-4646. That's 954-966-4646. Well, I think we have got to decide something here on the program, and we need to decide our MVP.
Who's last night's MVP? There's only one MVP for your family's dental care.
Moody S Dental. Get your smile back at Moody S Dental. Visit them on Instagram at moodys.dental.
Here's our Moody S Dental MVP of the night.
So who do you think I'm going to go with the MVP of the night? You know, there's a couple people. I could go with Malachi Tony. I could go with Carson Beck. I could go with the defense. They did give up some plays, but they also made some plays, some big plays that helped change the game. But you know what? Tonight, my MVP is going to go to C.J. Daniels, the wide receiver who had 5 receptions for 46 yards, 9.2 yards per catch, and one amazing, spectacular touchdown that in a 27-24 game, it's the difference in the game. The throw by Carson Beck, you know how you guys want to go for everything. He wasn't on target tonight, like all over the place. There were throws that were high. That one was higher than Wiz Khalifa could get. Okay? All right? Wiz Khalifa, Willie Nelson, Jeff Spicoli, Snoop Dogg, the biggest stoners in the world, never could get that high. But C.J. Daniels, without weed, climbed up there. He put together an all-world catch, something that you and I are going to remember for the rest of our lives. Okay, we're talking about a Sunday night game, week 1, to open up the regular season, which, by the way, it's now 16 in a row, 16 season openers that they've won. That's a beautiful thing. You're playing a number 6 team in the country. You are on national television. You are making your debut as a wide receiver. Carson Beck throws a ball that is overthrown. Okay? And guys adjusted to a couple of his balls that he threw. He completed the one he threw to Malachi Tony was beautiful for the touchdown. That was on target. This one was not on target. This one was overthrown. The DB thought he was getting an interception. And C.J. Daniels just, with the hand of God, reached out, snatched it, brought it in, and kept control even on it on the top of his body because there was a little bit of a juggle, but not enough to hit the floor and enough to maintain control and get the game-winning touchdown with a all-world play. So when I look at C.J. Daniels, yeah, I got to give him a little love for MVP. And Moody S Dental, by the way, my entire family goes to Moody S Dental. And, of course, you should go see the Moody S family because I've known Eric and the entire family for a long time. Not only do I go there, my wife goes there, my daughter goes there, my mother-in-law goes there. So go visit our friends at Moody S Dental. They have offices in Dade and Broward County also, so you can make an appointment at Moody S Dental.
The MVP of the night is brought to you by Moody S Dental.
From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back, they accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams. To schedule an appointment in Dade, call 305-821-0231. In Broward, 954-692-6825. Follow them on Instagram at moodys.dental, providing MVP smiles every day of the year.
All right. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you all out there, as always, for keeping it locked here. Don't forget, please smash the hell out of the like button. What did the D do to contain those 2 Notre Dame backs? Arguably the best tandem in college football. What an amazing... No. Marcos, please don't try to actually paint a pretty picture here. We got all they want to do is complain. That's all they want to do is complain, dude. It's crazy. The Canes came up with a hell of a win, one that we were. Dude, listen, I had several friends of mine that thought they were going to lose. I picked them to win. I mean, but then again, I'm a nutbag. I got them going 11-1 this year. So, you know, I kind of think they're going to be turning the corner this year. And tonight was a moment where they played the kind of team football they have not played all of last year or even the year before. There was more balance on this team than we've seen in a while. There was more discipline on this team than we've seen. They made their mistakes, but not the amount of mistakes they've made in the past. I'm sorry. I'm super happy, dude. I don't know how you cannot be ecstatic about winning this game. A young team, big game, big moment, national television against a better team. Hey, how about this, guys? Let's admit it right now. Most people will tell you Marcus Freeman's a better coach than Mario Cristobal. So that was the better team, the higher ranked team, the better coach. And we're not happy that UM won. We're not freaking ecstatic that UM won. I'm sorry. This is just something I can't comprehend. It doesn't make any sense to me. Just doesn't. It's a beautiful accomplishment by this team. And I don't get it. I don't get it. The Daniels catch reminded me of prime OBJ. Yeah, that's exactly what you're going to think of when you see a catch like that. Yeah, let's just hope that it's not like he fizzles out quickly like OBJ. The OBJ catch Daniels did exactly. Proud of the Canes. No hate. A little conservative, but hell of a game. You got to play conservative with this team right now. I don't understand how you people don't understand this. You guys are treating them like they're an established veteran team that's been winning and they know how to win, and we could just let it loose. Let it rip. What are you talking about, dude? It doesn't make any sense. How much did you enjoy not seeing a Jacoby George personal foul for the first time in 3 years? That's what I'm talking about. JoJo Trader, when back, will be another weapon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oronde Gadsden had tons of catches. It's not just one. That's I saw that from Travis Wingfield. He put it out there, and I was like, the thing about Oronde is he made that often. It wasn't like a fluke thing, like one or two of them. No. If you watch Oronde, he made catches all the time that were amazing in the game, in practice. In fact, I'll tell you an Oronde Gadsden story. First day he's in camp from the Portland Fire Dragons. I want to say fresh out of the Arena League, Portland Fire Dragons. Jimmy signs him. We're sitting there, and we're like, all right, who the hell is this Oronde Gadsden guy? And Marino drops back, and he lobs one into the corner of the end zone. And this is the first time the kid runs a route. Here's Oronde Gadsden catching it high up in the corner of the end zone and coming down like his feet inside the corner of the end zone. And immediately we're all like, wait a minute, who's that? Wait, who's that guy? And from that second, Oronde Gadsden was making catches every day. And we're like, who is this guy? Like, how is he in the damn Arena League with those hands? I've never seen hands like that. It's like a bundle of bananas. If you ever get to shake hands with Oronde, fingers are like this, dude. Seriously. Like, it's the reason why he could catch the ball like he could. And they were big, but he also, those things were like, I don't know, Venus flytraps. It's amazing. So, yeah, Oronde was some of the most special hands I've ever seen in my life for a wide receiver. Sick. Absolutely sick. Let's see. Big O, you got to remember, everybody still has Cam Ward's season in their head with the aggressive. Exactly. But it doesn't make any sense. This isn't Cam Ward and with a couple of established receivers and a tight end. And no, dude, this is a new tight end, couple new receivers, young receivers, and then while it's an experienced quarterback, but he's still new to the system and new with these guys. He hasn't played in these moments. He doesn't have the timing. He was off. He wasn't on target all the time. He was, when it came to ball placement today, he's going to go look back at the film. And if you guys want, you can go back and look at the film yourself, because I was watching him myself Game Time Live, and his ball placement wasn't great all the time. He was off. And so to assume that you could just go aggressive and you're going to convert everything and all that, I think it's asinine. I think it's asinine. And I'm not a fan of Mario's conservative play, but today I understood it. Today I was good with it. I may not be good down the line in another moment, but in this moment, I had no problem with it. I really didn't. Mario, thank you for the love on the super chat. Says, after this win, do you think we are legit contenders? No, sir. No, sir. You need to, because you weren't a legit contender when you beat Notre Dame the last time with Mark Richt. That was just, a nice fluky win. You've got to now start winning games over the next several weeks to prove that this wasn't a fluke. And then you got to start playing better football, because if you want to beat Clemson and you want to win the ACC and you want to get to the playoffs, some of the mistakes you made, they're cool today. They're not cool 2 months from now. So there needs to be an improvement from here before we say they've arrived. Okay, put it this way, dude. If they don't get to the playoffs, they haven't arrived. Okay? Let's just put it that way. If you don't get to the playoffs, the amount of money that they spend in NIL, this is Mario's 4th year. It's time to shit or get off the pot. So if they get to the playoffs, they've arrived. They're back to being, a respectable team, maybe a contender, those kind of things. If they don't get to the playoffs, if they don't get to the ACC championship game, the season is a failure. Mario has failed. And not that they're going to fire him or anything, but I'm just saying, if you don't get to the ACC championship game and the playoffs, the season is a failure. So instead of getting ahead of yourself and worried about all of that, you want to know when they arrived? At the end of the year is when you'll know they arrived. Not now in the last day of August. This doesn't mean shit. This is a nice win, but you can screw it up with a stupid loss against an ACC opponent. And that would ruin everything. So let's pump the brakes. They haven't arrived at all. We'll see down the line where it gets to. Giovanni, thank you for the love in the super chat. Appreciate you, sir. Rob, thank you also for the love on the super chat. The refs are the real convicts. Oh, go Canes. You're welcome, Giovanni. Thank you, sir. CJ Daniels just submitted his application for Catch of the Year. There's no doubt about that. No doubt about that. Rosendo says, playoffs? You're talking playoffs? Canes have yet to win an ACC title in over 20 years of having been in the conference. Yeah, it's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic. That's all. The Canes have been pathetic for 20 years. Let's just call it like it is. They're trying to get out of Patheticville. Okay? This is a nice step. Doesn't mean you're out of Patheticville, but it's a nice step to get out of Patheticville. And that's the beauty. By the way, you can visit our friends at Toyota of Hollywood at 1841 North State Road 7. It's on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. Herbie Lopez and the boys out there, they've got over 2,000 Toyotas in stock, over 1,200 new vehicles. So get on down there and check it out. And the selection, Camry, Corolla, Prius, Tundra, whatever it is, a Camry LE sedan right now, you can get it for $299, 0 down. Tell them that Big O sent you. They'll take care of you there at Toyota of Hollywood. Remember, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, Chainlink and Solana too, at the same time, and send in your questions, comments, insults, all kinds of good stuff. We always appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mario also says, thank you, sir, for the super chat. He says, do you think this team is better than last? Yes, already. They're already better than last year. You know why? They played some defense. I know Cam Ward is better than Carson Beck. Dude, I got all of that. I'm good with that. But Carson Beck is more than good enough to win when you can run the ball and protect him. So all he has to do is he's got young receivers. Once he gets everything in sync there, but if you can play defense, guys, the Canes would have been in the ACC championship game last year if they could actually play defense. They might have even made it to the playoffs if they can play defense. The Canes had a Heisman Trophy candidate at quarterback, and they couldn't even make the ACC finals. Do you know how pathetic it is that you can't get it to the championship game with one of the 5 best players in the country, and it's a quarterback? That was disgusting. But what I'm watching right now, Mario, I like this team already better than last year's team. It looks like we actually got like a defensive coordinator. Dude, that guy was bad last year. That defense was terrible last year. It was pathetic. It was embarrassing, that defense. We got lucky. I don't know if Frankie's there. This will get his pecker on a rise. If the Canes play the Gators in the second half of the year, they lose. They lose. Because you know how I'm telling you now that it's a great example. I'm glad I brought it up. How I'm telling you that the Canes right now, tonight, against Notre Dame, in that moment, Mario coached it right. Because his team isn't proven, isn't that good yet, offensively and all that. But 6 games from now, 12 games from now, I might think differently because the offense might be better. They might be more in sync and those kind of things. Same thing as last year. Canes only beat Florida because they played them at the beginning of the year. They even had the wrong quarterback starting at that time. If the Canes play the Gators later on in the season, they lose that game too. Because the Gators were the better team at the end of the year. Canes weren't shit. So that's why when you say, oh, well, have they arrived? Let's pump the brakes. This is a nice win. Fantastic. But you got to build on it. You got to build on it. But let's hope that they get better as the season goes on. That's the important part. That's really the important part. Please don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button. It is very, very important. I like it. 267. Let's get it to 300. We got 386 watching. You guys easily could get us to 300 like that. Like that. Notre Dame is a good team, folks. Forget the fresh. No, they're a better team than Miami, dude. That's what we have. That's why we have to give Mario and the guys. Look, dude, we can bust Mario's balls, and I have too. We all have, and he deserves it many times over. Tonight, let's give him some love, dude. He started with a very difficult game on national television with a new quarterback, even though he's not young, and new receivers and a new tight end and a new defensive coordinator, and never proving that he's a good game day coach and proving that you can win these kind of games. They did it, man. Let's lay off a little bit. Let's give these guys a little love for that. And let's see if they can build on this, because maybe they have turned the corner. Maybe they're headed for better places. But let's appreciate this. They could have lost, and we all would have been miserable as hell. And we all would have been screaming, and then all the conservativeness and all that stuff, then you would have had something to talk about. But for now, I don't know, man. I just feel we should be really grateful tonight. Compared to the shit I've seen the last couple of years, I'm really grateful I saw this performance by them. This is a drastic improvement from what I've seen in the past from the Canes. I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel about it. I don't know how some of you don't feel that way, but for me, it's by the way, at Caneswear, which you could get 10% off when you use our code BIG010, Matthew Tkachuk will be signing autographs on October 8th. So save it on your calendar on your phone. October 8th, 6 to 7:15 p.m. It's a Wednesday. Matthew Tkachuk will be signing autographs, taking pictures, all that stuff. And remember, you can buy all the Panther gear or anything that they have there. Use our code BIG010. You will get 10% off. Sergei Bobrovsky on September 21st. Here, this month now. It's 12/15. It's September 1st. September, 21 days from now, okay, on Sunday the 21st, 11:30 to 1 p.m., Sergei Bobrovsky will be signing autographs at Caneswear, okay? And remember, use our code, man. Save 10%. You're buying some sneakers, you're buying a jersey, a shirt, a hat, whatever it is, use our code BIG010. Save 10%, man. Miguel Martinez, thank you for the love on the super chat. Let's see. We need to build on this win. Exactly, PC guy. Reggie says, stop it. Notre Dame QB got confident when facing a three-man rush. Exactly. Those were the two plays that bothered me a little bit. And I said this before. I did not like those two plays on the three-man rush. They got burned badly by that. That's how they found the big doofus tight end, and that's how they completed the touchdown on a three-man rush. That one I didn't like. You know, but and overall, they did good enough, man. I'm really happy with them overall. Let's see. The Miami defense recorded 3 sacks, an interception, and a fumble recovery. You know, now that you mention that, okay, you gotta sometimes bring an edge. And the only way you do that, well,
who brought the edge? Who changed the game? Who is our Cutter's Edge Pro difference maker? When you want to give your home or business the edge, call Cutter's Edge Pro in South Florida for all your landscape solutions. Here's our Cutter'sEdgePro.com difference maker.
Did Love run all over the defense? No. Did Notre Dame put up like 4,000 points on them? No. They got sacks. They got an interception. They forced a fumble and recovered it. What more do you want? You want an edge? When it comes to our Cutter's Edge Pro performance of the night, it's got to go to the Miami Hurricanes defense, dude. Miami Hurricanes defense got it done today, dude. That was absolutely awesome. And by the way, you could call our friends, William Quigley and the boys, at 954-472-0622. You want the edge that the Canes defense brought today? You call Cutter's Edge Pro so you can get the landscaping you need for your home, your business. Call our friends, William Quigley and the boys at Cutter's Edge Pro.
The Cutter's Edge Pro difference maker is brought to you by Cutter'sEdgePro.com, servicing HOAs, condominiums, townhomes, commercial properties, corporate parks, malls throughout South Florida. Cutter'sEdgePro.com, providing South Floridians the edge every day of the year.
All right. Thank you out there. What else do we have? It's great for college football when the big three are ranked in the top 15. Yeah, Gators played an easy opponent, so you know that they would win. But I agree with you. I hope Florida and Florida State are kicking ass like Miami. I hope they're all kicking ass. And then towards the end of the year, maybe they end up, playing each other in something that matters and all that kind of stuff. I agree. Those days were fun, man. When all the state schools were at the top of the heap and they would be, the Gators Gators and Notre Dame, by the way, ran away like little girls because they were constantly getting their asses handed to them by the Canes. As you all know, I don't have to tell you guys this. So the fact that, Notre Dame's playing them now, it's only because, Miami's been down. If Miami gets back to being really good, Notre Dame will do everything in their power to avoid the University of Miami like they did for a while, and so did the Gators. But I agree with you. I love it when they're all good. It's fun when they're all good. Yes. Yeah, because fans from all the teams live in this area because we have so many kids that end up going to Florida and Florida State. It's a hell of a lot cheaper to go to Florida and Florida State than it is the University of Miami. I mean, locally, it's like my daughter went to FIU. She got scholarships, so she was able to even do a little bit of UM, but only because she was a scholarship. There's no way my broke ass could ever afford that. You know what I'm saying? So I got lucky that she got straight A's and she got scholarships to everything. But if we were going to pay, we would pay for FIU or something like that. There's no way I could ever pay for the University of Miami. And we did the college fund thing when she was in the womb. So we had that Florida college fund thing that we paid ahead of time. So, crazy stuff, man. All right, what else do we have? Should Mario just give Irving a coaching job already? No, please. No. I just don't. No. Mike Irvin is a great player, but it's pretty embarrassing the caricature he has become. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, and the whole Jerry Jones thing with him. Oh my God, he's such a Jerry Jones lover. Oof, Jesus, it is sickening, to be quite honest, to see the way that guy acts. So no Michael Irving at all. No. He's just yeah. No. By the way, Ray Lewis was there. Anybody find the cream suit? Just saying. Was he in a cream suit? Or, oh no, it can't be found, right? That's right. I'm sorry. Speaking of the edge, Bane and Mesidor. Oh, they brought it today, bro. That's why. So I had to give him. I had to give him the edge. Had to do it. They brought it. They brought that edge. They were awesome today. They were awesome, and you got to give them some love. And hopefully, we'll start seeing more of that this year, because it's something that we've been missing for a while. Hey, we're at 296. We're only 4 away from 300 likes. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Get us over 300, man. Over 300. I didn't know. I don't know if I got any. Let me see if there's any injuries or anything serious. I don't think there is. But let's see. Carson message to the team. He says, I told them that we were going to score late in the game. Talking about the field goal at the end. Let's see. Tony's work ethic, willingness to learn, and incredible ability to perform is the reason why he is special and in the facility every day. Okay. Trying to see. Carson Beck says, we were looking forward to this one, especially me. I hadn't played football in 8 months. I have the utmost respect for Notre Dame. It came down to situational football, which is true. Beck said he tried to tell people this run would be good, but people didn't believe him. I guess actions speak louder than words, and they know now. Well, let's hope so, man. Let's hope so, because this was a hell of a start for Carson Beck and for the team. At least it doesn't sound – I'm trying to see if there's any news. Not that they'll really give you a ton of news on injuries or anything like that, but sometimes the reporters will notice something. It looks like they came away from it pretty clean, overall. Bain says he was swearing to the name that led him to be in the position to make his interception. He says it means so much to him seeing the team and the program have grown so much over a time that he's been in Miami. Let's see. Bain also, and Maui Noah, he says that iron sharpens iron, and that's why they're getting to the point in practice where it's harder than the games. That was always the talk back in the day when they were when they were the Canes back in the 80s and the 90s, that was the talk where the practices were harder than the games. And I think that's the beauty of, see, while Mario has a conservative nature to him, which some of us don't like, including myself, and I get that, I do love the toughness approach that he brings to the table. I like the fact that they were able to run the ball at times. I like the fact that they actually were able to get after it on defense. I think that element is like, I don't think the Dolphins have that element because of their coach. Whereas with Mario, I think that that's something that he's going to bring to the table that is going to rub off on his players. Listen, those of us that are old enough, we saw Mario and Lewis play. Tough-ass dudes, okay? It's not like you want to get into a fight with Mario Cristobal. It's a good chance you're gonna end up with a foot in your ass. You know what I'm saying? Mario's a tough son of a bitch. He's going to want his players to be tough. And that is something that I do like. And I'm expecting him to put them through physical practices, much more physical than probably Mike McDaniel does with his players. But that's what I want to hear. I want to hear from players that their practices are getting to that point that they're a bitch. It's funny, you know. I don't know. Are they the Heat players nowadays are kind of soft? Are they practicing like they used to? Because I kind of used to like the results when players used to say, damn, they practice too hard there. Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing. It's football. You need to be physical. You need to bring it. And to me, that's an element that I do love about Mario. And I felt it today. Felt it on offense at times. And then we finally felt it on defense. And I think that's incredibly important. It's nice to hear players say stuff like that. That means you might be making the real progress we need. Because you remember when the Canes were the Canes, and I hate to use this because those are the reference points we have. Their practices were tougher than the games, and the competition was too. So the guy behind you was ready to take your job, and you knew that if you let up just a little bit, the guy behind you could take your job. And that's when you get to that point that today, the running game. You started with Lyle, but you ended more with Fletcher and Brown instead. Because Lyle ended up only with 5, but Fletcher and Brown each ended with 15 carries each. But you got 35 carries out of your 3 running backs. So you used a physical approach to all of this. And I loved it, man. I loved it. I thought it was great. And it was fantastic. It's nice to see that this is what's going to get them a lot farther than they have been in the past if they can be physical. If they can be physical, you and I know, then this whole thing is going to change for the better for the Miami Hurricanes. All right, what else do we have? Don't forget, you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, or Chainlink donation. Football season, it's the most wonderful time of the year. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rosendo says the rules have changed. Yes, they have. Yeah, rules have changed. The way they do things have changed. My FAU Owls also stunk it up in Maryland. Yep. FAU lost. FIU won. They beat, what was it, FAMU, right? I think it was. Yeah. No more free whoppers. Listen, man, I just want to see what I saw today and see a lot more of it. If I can see that, that'll make me very, very happy, my friends. Okay? That'll make me very, very happy if I can see more of what I saw today. All right, we're out of here because, we're on tomorrow morning. All right? So can't screw around. So we're out of here. I appreciate all of you out there. Don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button before you go. We'll be back at 10 a.m. We'll talk about the Inter disaster. We'll get into all of that. We'll talk more about the Canes. We'll get more into it. As always, we appreciate you all out there. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Same time. Same place. Same bat channel.